Hey, how we doing today, guys?
Morning, everybody.
Joe here.
Kevin?
Derry Girls. Okay, so we've had four really good episodes so far, honestly.
we are.
I really just like the world they're living in. You can honestly get away with doing pretty much anything.
Yeah, I mean, we've mentioned the back setting before of the conflict in the area. So
Yes.
there's like really high political tension and also probably at least a little bit of potential danger.
Yeah.
And I really like a show like this that kind of highlights the fact that the people even living under these conditions are just striving for a bit of normalcy. You know what I mean? It's like, the teenage girls are still like, does he like me? Doesn't he like me? Can I go to the party or the trip? Can I not go on the party or the trip?
Sure.
Am I going to pass my classes or not? So, I mean, you really have to kind of look at it as I'm glad that it's there, but it's not like the entire crux of what the show is about.
No,
Right?
absolutely. Yeah.
Which I think really lends itself well to comedy, and I appreciate seeing that sense of humanity, kind of amidst the chaos a little bit.
Yeah.
It's why Tarantino movies work.
Exactly. And I wouldn't be surprised if the show does get a little darker.
Yeah. I mean,
obviously just because of the subject matter.
Right. At some point, it's going to. I feel like it should come to the forefront a little bit.
Yeah, but not full blown. Like
no, that's not what the show should be. Right. It's not.
deal.
It's not. This not shouldn't turn into In the Name of the Father. Right. all the way through the movie.
Be a weird second season.
It really would. Claire's in prison.
That we'd watch it.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing that you always want to look at on a show like this, like The Good Place, is they're dealing with heavier issues and like real thematic, significant stuff.
Yeah.
But first and foremost, it's a comedy, and it's always funny.
Yeah,
if you're going to make a comedy series, step one needs to be it's going to be funny.
Yeah.
And
what's the winning recipe for like a joke? Jokes per minute. It's like, is it like supposed to say 2 or 3 jokes per minute?
I'm not sure.
I saw some YouTube video about that recently, but yeah, it seems like this show is consistently funny. Every single scene,
right.
every 2 or 3 minutes, we're chuckling. And all these characters, they can just make you laugh or make you smile just by twitching their face. Like their facial expressions are amazing.
The timing and the subtlety of a lot of the humor. You've got a lot of tertiary and secondary characters that still add so much to the show.
The setting, right? It's not a conventional setting for a show. That's awesome. I've never seen that before. So it's a really, really fresh show.
It is, and I am enjoying every bit of it. We do want to go ahead and welcome Madison Dixon, Munira Althani, Kalina Crandall, Nigeru, Shannon, and Hazel Door Patreon group. Thanks so much, guys. We're very happy you're here with us.
Yes, we are. And if you guys are watching this on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel. If you might hit the like button for us, leave us a comment down below, and please hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we've coming your way.
Yeah, if you'd like to see a full-length reaction to this and everything else we've watched or watching, please check out the link in the description of our Patreon page. On all shows, including Derry Girls, we're at least 4 episodes ahead on Patreon of where we are on YouTube. So if you get done watching this one on YouTube and want to keep going, that's the place to do it. You're going to have to sync and watch along on your own device and streaming service. You will only see and hear us for copyright purposes. You're going to have to watch on your Netflix. So it's established in, I saw comments, we're in the 90s. We're in the early 90s. We weren't sure with the Chernobyl stuff that it was so much longer effort. Right, yeah.
Already? Get started already?
I think it's just a rehearsal, love.
Did you just call the Orange Order cracker?
I'm considering joining.
I don't think they accept Catholics, Orla. Or, acknowledge our right to exist.
Relax, love. We've a good 2 or 3 hours before the rioting starts.
I'll not settle myself until we're over that border, Dad.
Before you know it, you'll be faking your own death and assuming a new identity.
Aaron, I told you not to let him watch that Sleeping with the Enemy. I mean, I can't. I mean, why do they have to be so loud?
Breathe, love.
Far worse for me, Claire. My hearing's impeccable. Can I come away with you, please? Okay, well, if your mother has no objections, I don't see why not.
Thank you. The cards say if we go on this wee holiday, we're placing ourselves in grave danger, which I'm not buzzing about, to be honest.
I'm not psychic, Aunt Sarah.
My nerves are wrecked. I'm living on a knife's edge here. Is there any Rice Krispies?
Shh. Don't suppose there's any chance you could take them with you?
How can we, Deirdre? It's just...
The English thing. Less than merry, I understand. I mean, he's my nephew, and even I find it hard to get past.
It's not sure we'll have room in the caravan.
Right, we'll sit there with the girl the last
Let's
episode.
make a camp outside.
Oh, God.
Run and ask Jim across the road for the land of his tent.
Do you think it's an omen?
No, it's graffiti.
They're rifles.
Really? Are you sure?
Fairly
I
sure.
don't say that.
Bears are particularly vicious.
Yeah, I'm not
There-
sure
there
how many
bears in
bears
Ireland?
there are important to you, though, Jim.
You have to say the bears. Yeah.
on the beach one time.
I
Give you the Intrepid, did he? That's his second best tent, you know. Tell you what, son. I'm putting you in charge of it, okay?
Because Joe drives really fast. He like runs through red lights and takes corners in two wheels. It's class. It
Yeah.
really is.
Oh,
If you
God.
just follow me.
Why should I follow you?
I've got the map. It's all just a bit trickier today. There are so many roadblocks up. There's so many diversions, and you know, I drive for a living.
Oh my God, he's so mean.
I do anything to put my family at risk.
Did you know what age I am?
I'm sorry.
Great response. That's gonna go wrong.
This is gonna go
there we
terribly.
go. Yeah.
I think your father has just driven through a police barricade.
Well, it's done now.
Oh, that's true. It's probably not even that big a deal if you ignore the fact that orange men are circling us.
I said this trip would place us in grave danger, Erin. Those were my very words.
This isn't grave danger.
Oh, look, that cop's pointing us.
He's smoking with the.
If I was the son-in-law, I would just go off on him whenever we got where we were going.
Yeah.
Just go off.
You think that he has that in him?
I don't think the guy will respect him unless he does.
No. Yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
that might be how we end the season.
Right? Just
Yeah.
go off on him.
Well, see, I'm one of the wee-ins out. What?
What?
Well, the wee fella's English. They might respect that.
I think they would respect that, actually.
Away you go, son.
It's a great bit because I can't tell that he's English. just by looking
Right.
at
Oh,
him.
yeah.
Everybody can, you know?
Absolutely no chance.
Can't
No.
marry an orange
Yeah,
man.
that's what the same thing.
It's a pity. Because I think there's something really sexy about the
What?
fact that they hate us so much.
What's an orange one? Oh. Let us know in the comments, guys. I'm kind of curious about that. Also, great song.
Yeah.
It would
I hope
be
your
so
father
nice.
appreciates the fact that I was the one who got us out of that mess.
He won't.
And nobody back
Go
there
off on him,
actually
Jerry.
believes we're Japanese tourists, Jerry.
Calm down.
Calm down, Jerry. We have no punts. We can't go to the Free State without punts. We're puntless.
So what happened back there was totally fine, but this is worth having a panic attack
Well,
about?
you know, you're going to have to turn around.
There is more chance of me eloping with your father.
But that means we won't be able to buy anything, which means we'll have no food, which means we'll all starve to death. So, you know, on your head be it, Jerry.
This is the right song for this,
yeah,
tragedy right here.
It's a tragedy, isn't it? Yeah. Disaster.
It is a disaster trip. It's like the new Vacation movie, only way better.
Pump purse is in the booking suitcase.
Punts are such a pain in the arse. Why can't they just use sterling?
Holy God!
Jesus Christ. Did you not put him in there, Aunt Mary?
Who are you?
Ah, Emmett's the name. Well, not my real name, like, but it'll have to do. Anyway, I'll not be keeping you.
No.
Well, during the last 24 hours, crossing the border has become somewhat of a priority for me, so...
Are they going to take him?
I guess.
Do you remember the whole us being in grave danger thing Sarah mentioned? Well, I think this might be it.
Don't just go with the police.
Because that's not how things work around here, James.
Well, how do things work
They
here?
just leave the fella be, sure. What's the odds?
And what if they pull us over at the checkpoint, Joe?
The Brits are flat out with on parade. They'll not bother with the likes of us.
That's a good point.
Stay out of it, you.
Right, in you go, son.
He is dangerous.
I'm not dangerous.
In fairness, Emmett, if you were dangerous, you wouldn't say that you were dangerous, would you?
Gary's the MVP in this episode.
He's getting more and more bad, too.
Yeah, I would too.
Not comfortable driving him across the border.
Fine. I'll drive him.
Well, not with anyone else in the car.
Yeah.
He has a bomb! Listen, Mommy! Listen! Look, Erin, that's just the big clock.
Oh, yeah. That's the big clock.
Oh my
I forgot all about the clock.
Yeah. Still wouldn't do it.
No.
Oh, it's like putting your kids in danger.
Yeah, what happens if you get busted? You're all going to jail.
Right?
Take it you haven't decided yet?
Just leave it with me, son.
I no pressure.
Wondering if she was going to go there.
Spending the rest of your life as a fugitive is less of a concern. Absolutely. While I can't say it will be a struggle, I'm going to try.
It's a tinge.
It's a tinge.
Great.
I think they're saying you should leave, Jerry.
Oh my God.
That years ago when I'm not psychic.
In this position. But I can't stress the seriousness of my situation. You recognize the legal system of a brutal imperialistic oppressor, do you?
If they can put me in jail for 20 years, then yes, Emmett.
It's the
Yes, I
same
do.
thing.
You're an awful wuss.
I'm not a wuss.
You're afraid of your own shadow.
I'm not. I've had it with the lot of you. Hey, Australian, and I happen to think that my accent was flawless. Excuse me, mate, can you help us get out of here?
That wasn't actually
That's
terrible.
not that bad, actually.
It certainly wasn't Japanese.
Yeah, no. That was what? I think that was Japanese.
I vote we run away and leave him. I vote we take him for better or worse and all that.
Oh my God.
Works.
Me too.
I'm Team Jerry, by the way.
I am too. He's the one that's doing the graffiti.
The mural on our house, the spray paint. It was Emmett. I can prove it.
We just run off and steal their car.
There's a great chance he did.
Yeah. Oh, he's getting in somebody else's car.
That's good. Yeah, because you wouldn't notice that.
Right.
Jim's second best tent.
You know what I said? Bring him along. Yeah. Oh my God.
All right, talk about a stressful episode.
That was like
Hey,
on
in the
edge.
beginning, it's like, oh my.
Yeah, I know.
Like all the way through, it was a lot. I still loved it. I thought it was a lot of fun. So yeah, I think we're getting to a point with Jerry to where he might start to stand up for himself a little bit.
Yeah,
we certainly got more out of him this episode than we ever have.
Am I a square because I'm like Team Jerry all the way at this point?
I am too.
He always seems to be the most sensible one out of all of them.
The thing is like there's several shows where they have like the supporting characters that people just kind of bag on that are like so nice. Like Parks and Rec one. Yeah.
Also Jerry.
Yeah. And but we have two in this show.
Right. Yeah.
We've got Jerry and James, and it's so funny. Like the two of them
the
are
two
like,
generations of the same guy.
Two peas in a pod.
Yeah, they are.
The granddad, look, I know he can be frustrating, but he cracks me.
Oh no, he's hilarious.
His disdain for Jerry, is amazing.
I mean, the only thing I've seen him in is Game of Thrones, and it was such a different role.
I don't remember him in that. Like, I didn't finish it, famously, but still, it's like I just don't remember his character. But he does have that face. I feel like he might just be like have been on TV for.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, he's definitely an accomplished actor. But yeah, I've not seen him do comedy before. But he just kills us. He's so frustrating. Like every
timing, right?
Oh yeah. Everyone on here knows how to play like the person you just want to scream at. You know, so well. Everyone except Jerry, but he's the one getting screamed at. And same thing with James.
This one, this episode, the girls kind of took a backseat almost.
They did to the parents.
No pun intended. Because,
right.
But like, yeah, it was the parents and the granddad and really Jerry.
But yeah, it was really Jerry's episode.
Yeah, and also his Australian accent. I didn't think it was bad. That was a pretty good Australian accent.
It wasn't great, but you could tell he was doing Australian. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking Japanese.
I said right.
But no. So we talked about in the beginning, right? Like the darker themes of the show, like we might explore like down the road. Kind of a little bit of a smuggling and IRA.
I mean, there's definitely like the stakes were a little bit higher than usual on this show.
Like, that shouldn't be a funny situation, but like
like
that's pretty funny.
Hey, who wants to smuggle this guy over the border and potentially go to prison forever?
This terrorist.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you ever kill anybody?
Don't think you can say that though.
Oh, we can't.
I don't think
what
so.
What the heck? Oh, God.
This is probably going to get copyright blocked now.
Dang it! All right. We can just chop the audio out. Yeah, the things you can and can't say.
Right. Yeah. That's a word they'll shut us down for every time.
Jeez. Okay. Well, he's a you know what. Anyways, but he like he hops in the back of the car and they're debating with him, and he's like actually there with the debates too. You know.
Right.
Like, did he order dessert? Was that what he ordered at the very end?
I'm assuming that was dessert. Yeah.
Okay. Let us know, because some of the terminology on the show we have no idea what it means. But that's part of the fun of it.
Yep.
On Patreon the last couple weeks, you guys have been telling us like what the candies are and stuff they've been ordering.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely. And you know, some of them are. We assume they were period, but they're not. They're still like a thing. We do not have access to most of this stuff in the States.
One of the fun things with the show is it's broadening our horizons.
Yeah, exactly.
Teaching us new things.
Right. For instance, fish and chips is better when you leave where we are.
Yeah, big time. And chips here are potato chips, not fries.
All right, we'll catch you in the next one, guys.
See ya.